Hello and welcome to Rock Studios. My name is Gurabin, and today we have a special two-part series with Harmeet Singh Sodhi. He is the Director of Industry and OEM for Asia Pacific. Hi, Harmeet.
Hey, Gobi.
Nice to have you here with us in
Thank you.
studios. So today we have a special topic focused on OEMs, which are a key partner and customer of ours. So considering the prevailing geopolitical and supply chain situation globally, what is top of mind when you speak to OEMs now?
So first of all, Gobi, thank you so much for hosting this session dedicated for OEM. I think it's so important for us because OEMs are our great partners, right? And we have made significant investments in terms of our resources toward OEM business. So it's very Now, last couple of years, or rather I would say last 3 to 4 years have been disturbing times where everything that could go wrong went wrong, right? And everyone, including our OEMs, ourselves, our partners, they faced a lot of challenges which were geopolitical, which disrupted the supply chain. OEMs struggled significantly because based on the changes, the whole supply chain disturbances, they build a lot of inventories with themselves. Yeah. Now, those inventories impacted significantly on their profitability. And what also happened is they couldn't deliver their machines on time, and that resulted in drop of revenues. But more than that, what it resulted is drop in trust between the customer and OEMs. So that was a very, very difficult thing. And as I moved across the region, I saw that as one of the significant challenge. But as we always say, every challenge comes with an opportunity, right? And a few of our OEMs did pretty well, right? They took this challenge as an opportunity and learned that they need to adopt this change. Okay. And the only way you can adapt the change is by focusing on what you can control. Okay. And what the OEMs learned is what they can control is innovation. How they can innovate their machines faster, adapt to the changing environment, or adapt to the changing demand that was coming to the customer. Now that went so well that few OEMs actually came out as a trendsetters, and now they are emerging as a leader because they adopted this change so faster, and that has given them significant tailwind on the market when the market is getting normal. So innovation is the key. Adapt to what is changing, innovate much faster, and respond to the market demands much faster than your competitor and be a leader. So what has changed over the last 2-3 years is, as I said, OEMs were to adapt to the changing demands. So they were to build new designs. Okay. They were to make new machines. So they started looking up at the machine as a total. All right. Not only machine building is the core business, but they started looking at machine designing, machine building, machine commissioning, and then servicing the machine. And the biggest thing that has gone in the last 2 to 3 years is the investments on machine design. Our OEMs have adapted significantly on digital engineering, which makes them more faster, more agile, and more flexible to design their machines much faster. Not only designing the machine, but also leveraging technologies to emulate and simulate the machine, right? So that they can test the end results before the machine is sent on the shop floor for building. And what happens is, since the machine is already tested, they can commission the machine and build the machine much faster with a promised result, what they promise to the customer. So that has actually made them more efficient. What I have seen our OEMs doing now is that they're subcontracting a part of the low value work to panel builders. They're not investing too much in building panels or doing wiring of the machines. They are subcontracting that part to the panel builders so that they get more efficient, more better prices from the panel builders, and they're just integrating the things together. This is making the whole machine design and manufacturing process more effective, more faster, and more agile. Okay. Other thing, what I've seen them doing is they are looking towards making smart machines. That is, the machines which are open to communicate with third-party devices. Because eventually, when the machine goes to an end customer premises, it has to get interfaced with all other machines on the shop floors, right? So if they're not open, if they can't be interfaced with the other machines faster, they're going to struggle. So the machines are much more open now, more Ethernet based, which is a common standard that gets deployed across all the industry. And they are also now looking at adopting digital technologies to even service the machine remotely, which is a very powerful thing because as the world is becoming global, as Asian OEMs are shipping the machines to North America and India, it was very difficult for them to travel all the way faster to commission the machine. So they invested a lot in virtual commissioning of the machine. So that again made the things much more faster, much more agile, and probably that will create a revenue model for them in the future to service and support the machines out of warranty. So a lot of innovation has gone up, a lot of adoption of digital technology that has supported the innovation in the last 2 to 3 years.
So would you equate this as part of their digital transformation journeys? Because we keep talking about digital transformation. So what would you say is the state of that here in Asia Pacific? Because I also imagine it might vary from country to country.
Yeah. No, it's a very interesting thing because 4 or 5 years back when we used to go to our OEMs and talk about digital transformation and smart machine, they used to say, this is not for us, this is for the end customer. We build what we build, we are more mechanical people. But now they are thinking otherwise. So as I said, every challenge comes with an opportunity, and this opportunity has triggered digital transformation for OEMs. Now, the OEMs in Asia Pacific will always have to do something very special to be competitive, because now our OEMs are getting globally competitive against North America and EMEA OEMs, and they have to deliver something more, something better than that. So they are adapting this digital transformation much faster. Now, there is a leading paint shop manufacturer in Japan, right, who build paint shop for automotive industry. And as you know, paint shop is probably the most expensive and most complex process in automotive industry. A lot of investments get into that. Now, the challenge with the OEM was to ensure that they test the whole process before they deliver the process, because they were to deliver a whole paint shop to a new end user whom they didn't know. And so they never had any background or any standards of working with them, right? They had no drawings to copy. So they were to do it from the scratch. So they used digital technologies on Emulate 3D. They simulated the whole paint shop. Now that not only helped them deliver the paint shop 3 weeks ahead of schedule, but is also helping them to debug and having a total efficiency improvement of around 3 to 4% is what we listen, which is very significant in a paint shop process.
And considering everything you've shared, are there, based on what you've also heard from OEMs, are there other opportunities you would suggest for them to take to help them become more globally competitive and successful?
One thing that we see more coming in future, and I always advise our OEMs to think about it now, because this is going to become a regulation in future, is to have a factor of sustainability in the machine. So, because as the end customers are driving the focus around sustainability, they will be targeting even their supply chain partners to also deliver the same outcomes, because it is a chain reaction when everyone has to contribute to reduction in the carbon footprint. So very soon, we would see our end user telling our OEMs, please tell us what is the carbon footprint of your machine and how you can reduce this carbon footprint for us. So I think this is an opportunity again for our OEMs to be ahead in the curve, start innovating on those lines. Don't wait for any compliance to come. Be a leader, be a differentiator. So that's one thing that I am advising our OEMs to talk about it. The few of the OEMs, they are very passionate about it, but they are just waiting on the edge to see who will do it first, right?
So you don't want to either.
They don't want to start with. But you know what we have done over time is we have invested a lot in creating the ROI calculators, right, or the sustainability calculators. We have invested already on our technical resources to do that, so that whenever our OEMs want it to be done, we should be the first one to approach and tell them that here we can do it for you. That's one. The second is we would encourage our OEMs to look out at their overall life cycle cost.
Yeah.
Because if you see a machine today, it has 4 stages, as I mentioned before: design, machine building, machine operation, and then maintenance of machine. Most amount of money that is getting spent is on machine designing. If you can optimize and reduce your cost in machine designing, it straight away hits your bottom line.
Okay.
You get profits. So they must look at that. They should be much more smarter in machine building, obviously, and look for alternatives, how they can reduce their cost and other things. Other thing that I would encourage our OEMs to do is to start looking out for more revenue streams, how they can make money even after the warranty. So what we don't see our OEMs doing is investing a lot on this service market.
Okay.
Right? If they own their machine for a life cycle and they give they start taking service contracts for next 5 years and 10 years, not only that will help build their goodwill with the customer because they're supporting the machines, they will also have an eye on their competitor. They can hold that customer with them. Most importantly, it will create a revenue stream for them, which is nothing but profit, right? So you create a top line, you create a bottom line. So look at your business holistically.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Harmeet, for sharing all of that.
Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it.